Howdy folks, welcome to another beautiful day out here in West Vancouver, and it's Thursday, 5 days after we had the Netvleish Boerewors roll day in John Lawson Park, and I am finally getting around to making the video. So the first thing I want to do is I just want to say thank you to everybody that came out. You made it an amazing day. There was like, in the end we sold 190 Boerewors rolls, and there was quite a lot of people that we had to turn away that we couldn't, because we ran out. So I guess there was probably roughly over 200, 220, 250 South Africans at this day, and I really appreciate the fact that you guys came out all of the way. I mean, I've got people that came from Chile, people that came from all over just to come and have a boerie and mingle a little bit and meet a bunch of other South Africans. So guys, without you this is not possible. So now a quick report on the day. How did it go? Well, this year around I decided that I'm not going to be in the tent, I'm going to be outside the tent so that I can meet new people, and I met a bunch of new people and it was great. And I also had a plan to take photos and video and interview people, and then, you know, when you're having fun meeting all these people and chatting to them, before I knew it the day was over and I didn't take any photos or videos. So once again, thank you to Madeleine, who always takes some great pictures. The photos that you see in this video is from Madeleine and Belinda. Thanks guys. Alright, so report back. How did it go? Well, we sold about 120 something Boerewors rolls that we pre-sold. So we thought, okay, there's always going to be a few more people that rock up. And of course the weather, I mean, it was beautiful and sunny until I think Friday afternoon, and then it was rainy until Saturday afternoon late, and then it was beautiful and sunny again. So we had a bit of a weather issue on Saturday, typical Vancouver style. So I thought, okay, what we'll do is we'll just plan ahead and have a few extra rolls. So we ended up with 150 rolls and 200 pieces of Boerewors, just so that if there's a few extra people that arrive, we can help them out or give them a Boerewors roll. Wow. Was that a little bit of an underestimate, because we arrived there on Saturday morning, we got it all set up, it was cloudy, rainy, coolish. We thought, oof, a lot of people are not going to come out, but everybody turned up. And then there was a lot of people that turned up that didn't pre-order online. So like I said, we ended up selling 190. We had to rush. Belinda and Nicole rushed home to get some more rolls and butter them and get them ready, and rushed back for that. Dries, our mate, he rushed out to the store to go and buy an extra 30 rolls. I think he took all of the rolls that was available at City Market at the time, rushed that back so we could help some more people, and we actually ended up having to turn quite a few people away. I'm pretty sure if we had 250 rolls, we would have sold them there. And that's just to the South Africans. There was obviously a bunch of other people walking past in the park going, oh, this looks great, how can I order one? And we were like, no, you know, we tried to keep them for the South Africans that came all the way there to get it. But anyway, so yes, it was a resounding success. It was amazing. We had really nice, solid Boerewors rolls. This is something that I have to thank Foster from Netvleish for. He supplied us with these Boerewors, and he made us nice long pieces, 220, 230 millimeters. So it's a proper piece of Boerewors, and it filled a proper bun. It was just absolutely wonderful. Anyway, the one takeaway that I have from this Boerewors roll day is actually how lucky I am to have the friends that I have already made in Vancouver, and the connections, the other South African connections that I've made while I was here, that we've made while we were here. You know, we are on the other side of the planet from South Africa. Literally the furthest city away from Vancouver on earth is Durban, no matter which way you go around the earth. So we are very far away from our family and friends. And it really is amazing for me that we have, in the past 3.5 years that we've been here, managed to make some good friends, and they family. I mean, we've got new family out here in Vancouver, and it's just growing and getting bigger and better. And I think there's a very important thing there. as a South African that are living in Vancouver, that is what you need to do. You need to go and find your new family. You need to go and find your new group. And for this one, I just want to thank my new family, because without them, or my Vancouver family, because without them, none of this would have been possible. This Boerewors Roll Day would just not have been possible. So without any further ado, let me get into thanking everybody that made this possible. Number one, Belinda, my wife. She's not new family or Vancouver family. She's always family, just for those that were wondering. My beautiful wife, without you, none of this would happen. I know that sometimes I drive you nuts with my stupid ideas and my grandiose plans, and you look at it and you go, yeah, I know now I'm going to have to do most of the planning and most of the work, because you do a lot of talking and you don't actually get around to the planning. It's just the way I am. Belinda is the planner between the two of us. So thank you, baby, for always like going with and always helping out and you know, sometimes complaining, but still doing it and still making it a big success. Thanks, love. And then, of course, my mate Dave, all the way from the island. Dave, once every year he drives over. That's the only time he comes to Vancouver, is for the Boerewors Roll Day to come and help out. Dave is the BRAH. He's the guy that's on the sausage. He makes sure that Boerewors is perfect. And then, of course, he's also got the bakkie, so that or the truck in North American terms, so that we can transport everything down to the park. So thanks, Dave. And then, of course, I guess some of the most important people in our life over here, in our lives, Madeleine, Gavin, Maggie, Christian. Christian couldn't make it there. He just made it to get some Boerewors rolls, but he couldn't come and help for the day. And then, of course, Alden and Nicole. I mean, without you guys, life would be a lot harder and a lot different out here. Thank you for always turning up. I mean, on Saturday, Madeleine, Gavin and Maggie was there very early. Gavin brought his braai because we were expecting to do it a little bit faster. He brought his gas braai along so that we have two braais. Gavin was braaiing. Maggie was checking tickets and selling Boerewors rolls. And Madeleine was just everywhere organizing things. Between her and Belinda, they made sure that everything worked out while I was walking around talking to people. So guys, without you, this would never happen, really. You are our family, our new Vancouver family. And then, of course, Alden and Nicole. Alden probably had the hardest job on the whole site. I mean, he was the guy that fried the onions. He did it last year and he did it again this year. And that job sucks. It makes you cry. Trust me, it's not one of the best ones out there. So, Alden, thank you very much. And Nicole, of course. I mean, Nicole is everywhere. She's just one of those people that, I mean, they even bought their own Boerewors rolls. They didn't want to have boeries for free. They bought Boerewors rolls and then they came and worked at the Boerewors roll stand. So guys, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I mean, it really means a lot to me to have friends like you out here. Family. Not friends, family like you out here. Then, of course, my kids, Connor and Angelique. Connor was up very early, which, you know, for him being a teenager is a tough thing. He helped us to move and carry stuff and get it all set up. Angelique and her friend Naya that worked, and they were the main servers out there with a smile and always friendly. Thanks, guys. Without you, geez, they are... Thank you. What can I say? And then, of course, there's all the other folks like Dries, who, I mean, he was there as a supporter, eating Boerewors rolls and helping me to mingle and introduce people to each other and just standing around. And then he saw when we were running out of buns, I was like, Dries, we were running out of buns. So Dries rushed up to City Market. He bought I think he bought all of their buns and brought it back so that we could serve more Boerewors rolls. I mean, it's just, you know, it makes me so happy to have friends like that. And then, of course, there's the new friends, Gerald, who just kind of, I don't know, we met Gerald on Saturday. He's a realtor and he was up here early. He was busy carrying stuff and setting up. And I think at one stage he was helping Alden with the onions. I mean, he just jumped in. Gerald, Thanks, man. Really appreciate it. And we're going to be brahing together a lot, I'm sure. And then, of course, there's the people that we can always count on also. Bram, Helga, and their sons. Bram helped us. He's always, when he comes to something, he will always call and say, hey, is there anything that you need? Is there anything that we can bring? Is there anything that we can help with? I mean, Bram brought us the extra tables we needed for the stand that we realized, oh no, we need some extra tables. Bram brought that along. And then, of course, that's the other thing. It's the spirit at this Boerewors roll day that towards the end, we were running out of Boerewors rolls. I mean, we ran out and we didn't have any more buns and we didn't have any more Boerewors rolls and we couldn't sell anymore. And there was another guy that walked past, a South African family, husband and wife. They've been here for a long time. They walk past the park. They see this going on. They walk up. They go, do you have any left? And we are like, no, sorry, we can't. And you can see that this poor gentleman is like, he's like really sad that he missed out on his Boerewors roll. And Bram is standing on the other side. So Bram, hears this. He walks over and he goes, well, we've got a spare one left. One of our sons didn't eat all of his, because he got 2 for each of his boys, I think. And they didn't eat their one, so you can have it. And he gives it to this gentleman. We take it, we put the boars back on the grill, and there we go. And he just like, that's the spirit. Even at last year's Boerewors roll day, there was David, also another guy, South African that lives here. When we were running out, he was handing out some of his last tickets for Boerewors rolls to just people, not asking them for money or anything. He's just like, oh, well, I know you really look like you want a boerie, so here we go. And that's the spirit. That's how amazing people are. But then again, Bram is just one of those guys. You can always ask him for help. It's like when he was there, he asked us to... So there was a couple of people that couldn't make it to the Boerewors roll day, Stephanie and Niels and their family, and they ordered 8 Boerewors rolls, but they couldn't make it. They had like issues, they needed to move, and a bunch of things happened. And Bram actually came, and he was like, well, 2 amazing things there. The first one is, I said to Stephanie, hey, I would credit you. And they were like, no, it's fine. We want the Boerewors roll because it's great for us while we're moving. Bram will pick it up. So Bram picked it up and he took it with to them. Now, that's just the way Bram and Helga is. They out there, they help people. They are on the other side of Vancouver, so they're a bit far away from us, so we don't see them that often. But they are pillars of the community over there, the South African community. So, Bram, Helga, boys, thank you so much for coming through once again, and thank you for always helping. Then there's Derek and Carla. I think Derek also gave up some of his Boerewors rolls so that we can have a few more available for other people. We met Derek and Carla when they flew over here and they landed, and we took them out for coffee. Amazing people. Derek offered to have his bakkie available as well. Luckily, we didn't need it because we had Dave here, but they offered to help out. There's just so many of you that called and messaged and said, hey, how can we help? Is there anything we can bring? Is there anything? And that's community. That's what I love about this community. And that's what we got to do as South Africans. We're far away from home. We need to help out our fellow South Africans. We need to help out our community. And then, of course, we had all the other people, all the old friends, all the new friends. We had Arette that was out there. She made some Cook Sisters, and she was handing out Cook Sisters for everybody to taste and have a good, flashback of home. We sold a few appetizers. It was just amazing. And then, of course, I guess one of the most important ones, Foster from Netvleish. Thank you for sponsoring the Boerewors roll day, Foster. Without you, it wouldn't be possible. We also had a whole bunch of chakalaka wors and cheese wors that we were handing out thanks to Foster. We cut little pieces and people were tasting it. So all of those little ones, also courtesy of Foster. Thanks, man. I see that you are very involved, even though you sit out there far away in Dawson Creek. Foster sponsors a lot of South African get-togethers, and it's just they're just also a solid family. We went to the Boerewors at Foster's, the Netvleish Boerewors a couple of weeks ago, and yeah, it's amazing. We have an amazing community out here, and as a South African, if you land in Canada, if you land in Vancouver, that's one of the most important things, is get involved in your community. There's South Africans everywhere, and we got to support each other. You know, it's great. We are here to integrate into the Canadian society, and we do that. But we still do need a support structure and a family, and that is what we are building over here. Anyway, folks, now I've spoken way too long. You all must have a beautiful day. We are going to go much bigger next year on the Boerewors Roll Day. We are actually probably going to make it more of a festival. We've got a couple of great ideas. We met some interesting people with some interesting ideas. So next year, it's going to be bigger. It's going to be better. And then, yeah, there's a lot of things coming. Have a good one. Cheers.